Hamster Society Singapore has called out Edward Chia, a People's Action Party candidate for Holland-Bukit Timah GRC in the general election 2025, over a childhood anecdote in which he bred and sold hamsters at the age of 10. According to the group, Chia's story was printed and circulated in a public flyer on 25 April as part of his campaign material. The flyer described the start of his entrepreneurial journey as breeding hamsters and selling them to pet shops for $3 each, claiming this experience sparked his lifelong passion for creating value. However, Hamster Society Singapore strongly disagreed with the framing of this anecdote. "It's not something to celebrate," the group said. "It's something we need to talk about." The organization stressed that unlicensed breeding and selling of pets is illegal in Singapore and described Chia's actions as irresponsible. Animals are not products. Whether it's hamsters, dogs, cats, or rabbits, lives should never be reduced to dollar signs. Breeding without a license isn't just illegal. It's irresponsible, the group stated. Under the Animals and Birds Licensing of Premises for Pet Shop and Other Purposes rules, a valid license is required to breed animals for commercial purposes. They added that the society frequently rescues hamsters abandoned in dire conditions, many of which suffer from tumors, cancer, or severe neglect, often due to irresponsible breeding practices, where animals are sold without proper screening and later discarded. In a subsequent post, the group detailed the grim realities they have encountered, from hoarding and backyard breeding cases, including hamsters packed in filthy plastic boxes covered in their own waste, mothers forced to breed continuously with their babies dead beside them, untreated cancerous tumors the size of their heads, missing limbs, rotting skin, and eyes either falling out or sealed shut with pus. Some rescues were found in rubbish bins, shoeboxes, food containers, and even a high-dye Lao paper bag. Entrepreneurship is important, but compassion and responsibility must come first, especially when lives are involved, the group emphasized. They urged voters to reflect on the values of candidates they choose to support. With polling day just around the corner, let's be more thoughtful about the people we vote for. Should we be reinforcing outdated mindsets? Or should we be shaping a future that values compassion, ethics, and accountability? The group also noted that the hamster breeding anecdote had appeared on Chia's official PAP website profile, suggesting it had been intentionally included. However, as of the time of writing, the anecdote has been removed. Chia is the co-founder of the Tamba Group and entered politics in 2020 as part of the victorious PAP team contesting Holland-Bukit Timah GRC. He has served as the MP for the Zheng Hua ward over the past 5 years. In GE 2025, he is again standing in the same GRC alongside Foreign Minister Vivian Balakrishnan, Senior Minister of State Sim Ann, and Deputy Speaker Christopher D. Souza. The Facebook post by Hamster Society Singapore received mixed reactions from netizens. While some criticized Chia's past actions, many others excused them, arguing that he was only 10 years old at the time, a child. Hamster Society acknowledged that the incident happened long ago, but maintained that romanticizing such acts and presenting them as entrepreneurial inspiration during an election is not appropriate. Sharing a story about unlicensed breeding as something admirable in 2025 through official platforms sends the wrong message about how animals should be treated, the group said. One user accused Hamster Society Singapore of running a smear campaign. In response, the organization clarified, "We're simply pointing out why promoting backyard breeding, even as a childhood story, sends the wrong message in 2025. Following the post gaining prominent attention, Chia said in a Facebook post that he had a good conversation with the Hamster Society of Singapore regarding his childhood anecdote. Acknowledging their concerns that his story might inadvertently encourage hamster breeding, Chia added that he would look for opportunities to support the society's work in the future. Despite some defending Chia, others pushed back strongly against that view. They questioned whether a 10-year-old should be given a free pass to do whatever they want. One user pointed out that while Chia may have been 10 when he did it, he is 41 now and still boasting about it. One commenter argued that since Chia is a public figure, any statements he makes will be publicly accessible and widely read. They questioned whether such a story is truly worth celebrating, especially when it is portrayed as a stepping stone to starting a business. Is this equivalent to encouraging people to learn from him, and start backyard breeding?" the user asked. Others warned that the message could encourage young people to replicate the same behavior. Children may start breeding their hamsters and selling them as their first foray into entrepreneurship, one noted. Another user expressed dismay at the number of people justifying Chia's actions solely based on his age at the time. "It is unethical and unacceptable no matter the age," the user said. They added that there is no need to justify such actions on behalf of others.